Okay, so I'm gonna skip to example 7 on the notes, so the very last example. I recommend trying 5 and 6, but we will look at those in class, but I recommend trying one of them. But we're gonna do number 7. Okay, so I wanna look at 7. We have one equation, y equals 4x minus 5, which is in slope-intercept, and another equation that is not. So I'm gonna graph the first one because that's easier. So I have y equals 4x minus 5. M is 4, B is again -5. Always keep that sign with it. So I start at the B, so I go to -5 on the y-axis. My M, put it over 1 because I need it to be a fraction. The top number is 4, which means we go, our rise is 4, which means we go up 4. My run is 1, which means we go right 1. We're gonna go up from this point, 4, right 1. Okay, again, up, 4, right 1. Draw my line. Okay, and then I'm gonna again label it. This is 4x minus 5. Okay, so then I have to graph the second line. You can either find the x and y intercepts, or you can solve for y. So if I solve for y, it's a -20x, so I have to add 20x to get it to cancel out. Remember, it has to equal 0. I get 5y equals 20x, because that's positive, minus 25. This was negative. I still have a 5 times y, so to solve, I divide everything by 5. And we get y equals 20 divided by 5 is 4, x minus 25 divided by 5 is 5. Okay, so we're going to graph this again. M is 4 over 1. B is -5. Okay, so B, -5. It is the same y-intercept. Okay, and then my slope is 4 over 1. Okay, and notice my slope before was 4 over 1. So when I count it and I go up 4, right 1, I'm gonna get on the same line. If I do it again, up 4, right 1. And so this is the case where if I drew my line again in a different color, I get the exact same line, okay? And if that happens, you get the exact same line. This is called infinite solutions. Okay? And the only time you get infinite solutions is when you get the exact same line, which means there's an infinite number of points on this line that work. If you really wanted to check it, you could pick any point on this line. Like you could put 0, like 0, -5, and plug it into both equations and make sure they're equal. That's one way to check it. So you could pick any point on the line. I could pick also like 5, 0, or sorry, 1, 0. And if you plug them into this lines, it should be true for both equations. Okay, so for example, if I did 0, -5, and I plugged it into this, I would have -5 equals 4 times 0 minus 5. 4 times 0 is 0, and 0 minus 5 is -5. So that works. And then if you were to plug it in the other equation, which is -20x plus 5y equals -25, you'd have -20 times 0 plus 5 times -5 equals -25. -20 times 0 is 0. 5 times -5 is -25. And then 0 plus -25 is -25. Okay, and so these are equal. And so that works. So that's one way to check it if it's infinite solutions. Okay, so that is how we solve system of equations by graphing. Try 5 and 6, and we'll look at this in class.